The Supreme Court of India is hearing the case challenging the abrogation of Article 370 of the Indian Constitution, which gave a special status to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Namaskar and welcome to Ritam. I'm Ananya Raheja, and today we have with us a very special guest, Advocate DK Dubey.
Namaskar.
So my first question to you is, we've seen very positive visuals coming from Jammu and Kashmir, seeing the development, the G20 summit being held, and also the visuals which came during the Independence Day celebrations. We saw tricolour in every nook and corner of the valley. Then why do we see petitions filed against the abrogation of Article 370? What do you think is the matter?
Actually, whoever getting the benefits or the privilege, I'm talking about the political persons. I'm not talking about the persons who are the original inhabitant or the inhabitant of Jammu and Kashmir. I'm talking about only the political persons who was getting the privileges. Now they having the problem. If you will dilute Article 370, then they will not be treated as a privileged politicians. So now all the politicians in India, all the citizens of India, any person whether living in Jammu and Kashmir or born in Jammu and Kashmir or the resident of Jammu and Kashmir or any other part of India are equal now. So whoever was getting the benefit, whoever was getting the privileges, now they having the problem and they challenge in the Supreme Court that why you are equating with all others 140 crore people of India. We are something different because we had Article 370, and Article 370 was giving a separate identity to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and that separate identity is abolished right now. They all are the Indian citizens. They was the Indian citizen, no doubt, but right now privilege is gone. And due to that privileged community, this privileged political community, the people of Jammu and Kashmir was suffering. Now, after dilution of 370, after abrogation of Article 35 capital, after abrogation of laws, whatever was in Jammu and Kashmir, but the good and enhanced law was created or established by the Parliament of India. Now these all laws are applicable in Jammu and Kashmir. So if you will equate any person, whoever is getting the elsewhile benefits, then they must have the problem. And now the privileged community is equating in the state of Jammu and Kashmir with the Kashmiri people also. So now the Kashmiri people are feeling very good. They are dancing there, they are playing there, they are doing whatever they want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. But what about the privileged community? These are only 4,000 to 5,000 people in Jammu and Kashmir, but they was the privileged. That is why they challenged the Supreme Court that the decision of the central government was not correct in their eyes. Not, again and again I'm saying this is not the perspective of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. They are very happy, but the privileged community.
This also brings us to a question. What is a plebiscite, and why do you think there was a call for plebiscite?
See, in Supreme Court's hearing, the council of petitioner also said and equated with the Brexit. But the Supreme Court's Chief Justice himself said that there is no formula in Indian Constitution for any referendum or the plebiscite. If it is not in the Constitution of India, then how can you equate with the Brexit? Because they having the formula of referendum, but we do not having. We having a simple democracy that we will choose some person. They will represent us in the parliament, and the parliament, whatever the parliament will do, that will be final. Our democratic process starts from here. So that is why there is no plebiscite principle in Indian Constitution and not in whole India. But actually what happened, at the time of accession, Congress made a formula that how the princely state will accede in dominion of India. They formulated that the people of the state will decide. The people of state will decide whether they want to accede in India or in Pakistan. But what Jinnah said no, only the ruler will decide. And why he said so? Actually, more than 100 rulers were Muslim at that time, out of 562 or more. So he was of opinion that if the Muslim rulers will get the right, then definitely they will accede in Pakistan. So he will get more than 100 Pakistan within India. But at that time, political discourse does not accept it, the Congress formula, and they accepted the Jinnah's recommendation, and ruler had to decide. Now, after that, it was a settled formula that there is no need of the plebiscite. We will not take any referendum. Only the ruler will decide that where the ruler have to accede. So, ruler of Jammu and Kashmir acceded in dominion of India. So, he had the right. But till now, Pakistan is saying that now the plebiscite has to be happen there. And why they are saying? Actually, what happened when we gone to the UNO, when the Pakistan acceded in India, or they invaded in India, our Prime Minister approached to the UNO and they requested to the UNO that you are a new body and you are the custodian of the whole world. Pakistan is entered in our territory. So please prohibit them. We are going to get the we are going to talk, we are going to do the discussion with the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and that discussion is going on. That is why. So the meaning of that, what understood by the Pakistan, they said that the plebiscite must be happened here. So that is why till now they are saying that the plebiscite is, but plebiscite formula is not recognized by the Constitution of India at all.
Sir, as you talked about instruments of accession, so Kashmir was not the only state which signed an instrument of accession post-independence. There were many Muslim majority princely states like Junagadh and Hyderabad as well. So why do you think this special status was accorded to just Jammu and Kashmir?
Actually, what happened, Pakistan aggressed. Because the Pakistan occupied more than 50% territory of Jammu and Kashmir, that is why we insert a article, that is article 370, and we said Gopal Swami Iyengar was a responsible person who introduced article 370 in Constituent Assembly, when Hazrat Mohani asked to him, if 562 or more princely states can accede, then why you are giving the privilege to the Jammu and Kashmir? Gopal Swami Iyengar replied there that because more than 50% property of Jammu and Kashmir is in occupation of Pakistan, the people of Jammu and Kashmir is not in the stable situation. We are fighting the case in UNO. That is why the situation is not normal in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And because the situation is not normal, that is why we will enforce our constitution step by step. We can't enforce the Constitution of India in once or at once. So we will analyze the situation, and as per the situation, we will apply the Constitution of India in there. That is why Article 370 created. Because Article 370 was created because of some disturbed circumstances, that is why the people of Jammu and Kashmir presumed that after 20 or 30 years that we having some privilege, like you are a lessee of a property, but the lessee is living in the property from more than 100 years. So now the new generation can presume that I am the owner. In the same way, when you did not abrogate Article 370, that had to be abrogated. The new generation of Jammu and Kashmir was misguided by the people of Pakistan or some separatist that no, you having some privilege because of Article 370. So that is why they got a new identity. And because they got the new identity, so who want to leave the identity? No one. So what the separatists did, separatists convinced to the people, few people of Jammu and Kashmir that you have some separate identity and now the government of India want to abolish your identity. So it's not good. So that political authorities or political privileged person, they are now in Supreme Court and they are trying to establish a narration that we was something else. We was not as the people of India. We are not the same person like 140 crore of full India. This is the problem. If you will get the identity crisis, how can I understand? Like my surname is something different. I married to someone. Now the both are saying that to adopt my surname, that is an identical problem. It may create some confusions, it may create some fightings, it may create some more things, and it is also possible we can go to the court to give me a divorce because I don't want to leave my identity. So this is an identical problem. But if you can convince that no, identity is not a problem, you both will make a simple and same identity, then nothing is the problem. If you have created the identity because of some misguiding, then some people are saying that you are doing something else, whatever not to be done with the Jammu and Kashmir.
More than 20 petitions were filed, and Shehla Rashid, one of the petitioners, withdrew her petition saying that the situation in Jammu and Kashmir, in particular, the human rights situation has improved drastically. So how do you weigh these two scenarios? One which is against the government and one which is in favor of the government.
What I am saying, the people of Jammu and Kashmir is misguided by this privileged community, whoever was in rule from last 75 years in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, like Abdullah family, Said family, and so on. And due to this misguidance, the youth of Jammu and Kashmir was of opinion that we having privilege and you want to deprive from that privilege. But now after dilution of 370, when they found that no, Article 370 was the problem. Article 370 even not giving the privilege, Article 370 was depriving to laugh, to play in open plain. So now the people like Shehla Rashid or whatever name you are saying, Shehla Rashid, I think, they felt that no, Article 370 was the problem and misguided by the political authorities of Jammu and Kashmir, and it wasn't misguide. I was on the wrong path. Now the right path is this: we are Indian, and Jammu and Kashmir is India, and whatever the right the people of Delhi having, the same right they have now enjoying. But what about before 2019? Can they sing the song on the road? They can play at night at Dal Jheel, Dal Lake. No, because the terrorist was there. And we was not able to control the terrorism as a whole because the political supporters or the political bosses was there. So who was the victim? Victim was the people of Jammu and Kashmir. So people of Jammu and Kashmir, whoever was the victim right now, feeling that they have some rights, and there is the government, there is an LG, there is a central government, they will support and protect them from injustice. So if you having some good feeling to withdraw the petition, they found that no, it was a wrong path. Shah Faisal withdrawn the petition, and few people are of opinion that whatever happened, it was good. We are free. We having some fundamental right. We can enjoy the fundamental right. If the people are enjoying the fundamental right, they are looking towards the Supreme Court right now. What will happen if the Supreme Court will say that the decision of central government was unconstitutional? The terrorists will back, the politicians will back, the government will back, and the situation will back. So now they are scared. What will happen? They have an apprehension that something wrong may happen if the Supreme Court will do so. But Supreme Court or the court, legal system, does not believe on your feelings. They totally will decide on the analysis and basic structure of the Constitution. So what the Constitution is saying, Supreme Court is analyzing the constitutional status of the government decision. That is why from last 10 or 12 days, they are in discussion, and Supreme Court is giving the full time to the petitioners. They will also give the full time to the government or the defendants. That prove yourself what is the right and what is wrong. Supreme Court decide on that.
For the last 10 days, the Supreme Court is hearing the petitions challenging the dilution of Article 370 of the Constitution, which resulted in the abrogation of the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. With this, our show comes to an end. We would like to thank Advocate DK Dubey ji for his valuable time and crucial inputs on the matter, which I hope helped our audience understand the matter in whole and perceive an opinion of their own. Thank you so much, sir.